How to distinguish real brick from fake. When you first place your hand on the wall of an old building constructed more than 100 years ago, you feel something greater than just the coolness of brick. You sense history, strength, trust. But what if I told you that today, in the 21st century, you could buy a brick that looks identical yet turns out to be a hollow shell, capable of crumbling at the first serious test? Imagine this. You invest all your savings into building the house of your dreams, carefully selecting materials, and within a few years, the walls begin to crack, the foundation sinks, all because under the guise of quality brick, you were sold a cheap counterfeit. How is this possible in an age of technology and strict standards? And most importantly, how not to become a victim of deception? In this article, we will explore what makes a real brick truly real, why counterfeits are becoming increasingly sophisticated, and which simple yet effective methods will help you distinguish the genuine from the fake long before the brick is laid into your wall. A real brick is not merely a geometric shape made of fired clay. It is the result of centuries of evolution in construction craftsmanship, tested by time and the elements. Its history traces back to ancient times, when people first began shaping clay blocks and drying them in the sun. Later, with the invention of kilns, fired brick emerged, capable of withstanding rain, frost, and wind. Every real brick carries within it the imprint of the earth from which it was made, its mineral composition, density, even its color. That is why bricks from different regions can differ in shade, texture, and even sound when tapped. A counterfeit, however, is typically manufactured from cheap industrial waste, slag, ash, or even recycled garbage, and only imitates the appearance of quality material. Such a brick may look perfectly smooth and uniform, but inside it is porous, fragile, and unable to bear even moderate loads. That is why appearance is the most deceptive criterion when choosing. One of the most reliable ways to test a brick is to listen to it. Yes, you heard correctly. A genuine brick produces a clear, ringing sound when lightly tapped with a metal object. This sound arises due to its homogeneous structure and high density. A counterfeit, especially if made from poor quality clay or fired improperly, will emit a dull, muffled thud, as if you were tapping an empty box. Try it yourself. Take two bricks, one from a trusted source, the other of questionable origin, and compare the sounds. The difference will be so obvious you'll wonder how you never noticed it before. This simple test requires no equipment, only a bit of attention and willingness to listen closely. Another crucial sign of authenticity is the color and structure of the fracture. A real brick, when broken, reveals a uniform structure throughout its volume, with no voids, inclusions, or sharp color transitions. The interior should be the same shade as the exterior, perhaps slightly darker, but without stark contrasts. If, upon breaking, you see white or gray spots, voids, bubbles, or uneven coloring, this is a clear indication of production flaws. Such a brick is either underfired, overfired, or made from substandard raw materials. In any case, it is unsuitable for load-bearing structures. Interestingly, even experienced builders sometimes fall for this trick, especially when the counterfeit is crafted very neatly and appears indistinguishable from the original externally. Therefore, always request quality certificates, and if possible, conduct your own on-site inspection. Weight also deserves attention. A genuine solid brick has a specific density, and its mass should conform to standards, usually between 3.5 to 4 kilograms. If a brick feels suspiciously light, it may contain many voids or be made from lightweight but weak materials. Of course, hollow bricks designed for better thermal insulation do exist, but they feature clearly defined technological holes and proper labeling. Counterfeits often disguise their lightness as modern technology, passing off cost-cutting as innovation. Do not fall for such tricks. Check not only appearance but also physical characteristics. In recent years, the construction materials market has become saturated with offers from obscure manufacturers who use aggressive advertising and low prices to attract buyers. Many of them don't even own production facilities, but simply resell questionable quality products under their own brand. This is especially prevalent in regions where quality control of materials is weak. In such conditions, even large construction companies can accidentally purchase a batch of counterfeit bricks, with consequences appearing only years later. There have been cases where entire residential complexes had to be mothballed or even demolished because walls began collapsing after just 2 or 3 years of use, all because procurement decisions were based solely on price, not quality. So, what should an ordinary person building a home for their family do, especially without access to a laboratory for brick composition analysis? First, never buy bricks from individuals or informal markets. Even if the price seems incredibly attractive, remember, genuine quality brick cannot be cheap. Second, always request documentation, certificate of conformity, quality passport, manufacturer information. Verify whether the factory listed on the packaging actually exists and has a market reputation. Third, perform simple on-site tests. Tap it, examine the fracture, weigh it. And finally, trust your intuition. If something feels suspicious, even if you cannot precisely explain why, it is better to walk away from the purchase. It is wiser to spend a bit more time and money finding a reliable supplier than to risk your home safety. A real brick is not just a building material, it is the foundation upon which your future stands. It should be as reliable as your dreams of a home where children will grow and grandchildren will gather. Therefore, never let anyone deceive you by passing off fragile counterfeits as strength and durability. Learn to see the difference, ask questions, verify and re-verify. Because a house is not built on paper or in advertising brochures, but from the materials you choose with your own hands. And if you want your home to stand for centuries, start with the very first brick. Take the time to learn more about the materials that build your life. Subscribe to channels that discuss true quality. Share this knowledge with friends and family, because everyone deserves to live in a home that will never betray them.